Can stress cause physical pain? Obviously, and this goes back to mood. When you're in a difficult place and a poor mood, pain can be magnified, and if you have a little bit of faulty thinking and you tend to ruminate, that could even become more vicious in that cycle. But I do think that goes back to stress reduction, that individual medicine is going to eventually end up exploring the level of consciousness as the foundation for perception. And when you have stress reduction techniques, studies show that you tend to live better and longer with less pain.
What are your ideas about some stress reduction techniques?
You know, I use meditation, and so I use just good old transcendental meditation. It's just a good method that's had some scientific test. But I think that stress reduction can be running 3 miles, or, as Doctor said, praying and other. I mean, it's what works for you, and no two people, I think, would be the same.
I think that's a pretty good wrap of what stress does to you, and it actually does more than just cause you to feel pain. It can aggravate inflammations around your body. Existing ones can trigger new ones. There are studies that have looked at that and can cause you to be sick. So stress in and by itself is a disease. It's not a casual thing that we encounter and we discount. So it's something that needs to be addressed whenever it presents itself and needs to be treated.
No.
Not absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I like how you mentioned going for a run, which also brings me back to a psychological explanation. Oftentimes we have problems with anxiety, let's say, and I have this anxiety and I can't explain why. Now the thing about anxiety is typically we look for an explanation. Like, is there a snake that's scaring me? Is there someone who called me an idiot in public that I need to fight with? You know, fight or flight, as you mentioned, right? So I have this anxiety, but if I have like free-floating anxiety, I just look around and try to find the explanation. I can't find anything, right? So I just get nervous and I have to change something, but there's nothing wrong. So I can't change anything. Then I go for the run, and my heart races, and I breathe hard, and I sweat, and I have these kinds of stress responses. And then my brain says, oh, that's why I'm strung out, because I'm running. And you all of a sudden have an explanation for the anxiety, and then it fades away.
That's so interesting.
You flushed your system. The blood circulated faster and cleanse it. Yeah.
Well, I like the psychological explanation myself.
Okay.
Yes, sir. In